Hello, Emilio. Good evening. How are you?
Hello, Liz. Good evening. I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine, mister. How is everything? How are vacations?
Oh, in San Miguel it's raining right now, very, very high.
Is it?
Yes,
But you can hear me, right?
yes, no problem.
Oh, okay, mister. Um, can you tell me how are your vacations?
Um, in this day, I went to uh, lunch to Pizza Hut restaurant in Ruta Militar.
So you went to take lunch. Who did you go with?
Yes,
Who did you go
in
with,
car.
mister? Okay, and who? With your
Oh,
family, your friends? Who did you go with?
with my girlfriend.
Oh, with your girlfriend. Nice.
Yes.
Very good. So today's class, we are going to be talking about relationships.
Oh, good, miss.
Hi, Mr. Guerra. How are you? How is everything, Mr. Guerra? Wow, Mr. Guerra is not here. So we have been already talk about relationships in the past modules, but today's class we are going to focus on weddings. And also we are going to talk about parties, celebrations like birthdays, and especially weddings too. So that's what we are going to be doing today. Um, Mr. Guerra, are you here? Or are you working, mister?
No. Oh, miss, sorry. I I have off my microphone. Sorry.
Okay. How's everything, mister? How are your vacations?
Everything is okay. I'm happy. I'm glad to see you. I'm happy to stay here again. And this is another opportunity to learn more about another languages.
Yes, absolutely. So, mister, do you have vacations?
Yes, but I I have, for example, 20 days in a year, but on February.
Oh, so it means that you don't have vacations right now. Yeah.
Only the 5, 6, and 7 of August.
I thought that you have the whole week, but
Yeah,
it
wait
is
a
not
minute.
like that.
Ahorita, espérame
Okay.
ahorita que estoy en unas clases, ahorita corazón mío. ¡Mua! Vamos. Bye.
Llegó, llegó la patrona, mister.
No, no, ¿cuál garrote, mamá? No, espere. No, ¿qué es eso?
Ya vamos a incluir a su abuelita en la clase, mister. Okay, guys. So to start with the class, I will show you one video.
No, mamá,
You are
espéreme.
going to be like telling and describing what is happening in the video. The video will be with the sound off, but if you see that the people from the video are like speaking, you have to be speaking too. So it means that you will be like telling what is in the video. Is it clear what we are going to do right now? Guys? Emilio, Mr. Guerra.
I have to move because my grandma was talking to me.
How old is she?
She's 93. Mama, aquí voy a estar aquí cerradito, ¿ok?
Ay, que usted se le sale, creo yo. Por eso es que ella no anda. Por eso es que ella no anda bien cortito.
Because of my work, some days I didn't come home. And for example, I have about 2 days that I didn't come home, and she was happy to see me. And told me, hey, where were you? Mom, I was working. No, you. Someone told me that you were on San Miguel with 2 girls and you were in a party.
Por eso es que quiere agarrar el garrote la señora. Danny, how are you?
Hi, Miss.
How is everything?
Well, right now it's raining, so I don't know if you can listen the background. That is the raining in the background, but my day has been a little bit tired because I've been on I take a course, so I spent like 4 hours doing that course today on a meeting, so it was kind of tiring, but it's good because I have learned so many.
Do you start studying at university?
Yes, this month, the second week, I start with the university.
Oh, okay. So, Danny, I was explaining your classmates that in today's session, we are going to be talking about relationships, which is the name of the unit number 1 from the advanced 3. And right now, we are going to start by telling what is happening in a video. I will play a video and you will be like telling everything that is happening there. If you see that someone is speaking, so you have to be acting like that person. You are going to take the role of the people in the video. That's what you are going to do. Is that clear?
Is it clear, Miss?
Yes, Miss.
Danny? Okay, Emilio, Danny? Clear, Danny?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, who wants to start? This will be mute, so you have to be like telling everything. But let's start you, Mr. Guerra, and when I say stop, Danny starts, and when I say stop, starts Emilio, okay?
Okay, Miss. Okay, Miss. Okay.
Okay.
I will say that start. Hold on. Okay, now start.
Hi, hi, people from San Miguel. We are here planning a party for the carnival. This 25th November, and we are going to have many international agrupations, and they're going to have
Stop.
play music.
Danny. Danny?
Okay. I can talk about, or can I suppose whatever he is talking about, or?
But we are going to do it again because as you can see, they are speaking, right? So that's what you have to do. You have to be like the person who is speaking. You have to tell everything.
Yeah, I know
That's what.
he was talking about the weather.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about parties.
It's about the weather. You were talking about party. But again, we are gonna start with Mr. Guerra again. So
Okay.
when I say stop, Danny starts. You have to take the role of the people in there, mister.
Okay, Miss.
Start.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to El Salvador News. So today we are going to have a bad weather. For example, we have the presence of some.
Okay, stop. Danny, start.
Okay. And let's continue checking out the weather. How's the weather in different places? Take your umbrella because today it's going to be cold, wet, and windy. So let's check this out. As you can see, we have different places which the temperatures are having a variation. And we have here Dumfries House, which is a Fahrenheit. So we are going to be very cold today. And don't
Okay,
forget to
stop.
take your, okay.
Emilio.
Well, in the weather of Castle of May, we have a temperature very, very high. And this is all in the BBC of the weather. And when going to you, Melissa, and this is all for the BBC News.
Okay. Nice job, everyone. Good. So as you can see in this type of video, we have to move like quickly. Okay. Now, what do you know about relationships? We have been talking about this before, as I told you. But today we are going to talk specifically about weddings, and we are going to talk a little bit about birthday parties. But what do you know about relationships? What are relationships for you?
Relationships with friends, with family, with girlfriend.
Mhm. Can you give me like a definition of that?
It's a special relation we have with other person.
Okay. Mr. Guerra, for you?
Relationship is to me, is the way how I interact with other people, because I consider that there are different relationships, because it couldn't be the same with the relationship with my girlfriend, with my grandma, with my family, with my partners and my coworkers and my classmates. But I consider that respect is a important value for for you say for mantener viva the relationship,
To maintain and alive the relationship.
maintain
Okay,
and alive
Danny.
the relationship.
For you, Danny?
It's when you are close to someone and you know that you can tell that person about things that it's happening in your daily life, and you get to know that person very well. And it can be like different type of relationships, such as a family or relatives or friends or probably a couple. And that's what I think about it.
Okay. So can you see this, right? Questions for discussion. Yep. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now think about the past, guys, and think about what our parents or maybe our grandparents or our grandparents have told us about the way they relate in the past. So what do you think? Is the way we relate to others changing? How? I mean, think about romantic relationship, friendships, parent-child relationship, etc. Let's discuss the first question. What do you think? Guys?
The first question is the way we relate to the others changing? In my opinion, for example, I always maintain the same relationship with my grandma, for example. I remember when I was a child, I was 5, 6, 7 years, and I was in the kindergarten. She used to took me to the kindergarten, and because I am a son of her son, and she always had has to to make me feel happy, and and she always has to make the relationship. She always treats me like her son, with
Okay.
love, with respect. Mhm.
Danny, do you think that is the way we relate to others changing now, as the way people did in the past?
I absolutely, because now the relationships are gotten worse because there's not a good communication between the families, and you can tell when you go a home and you can see like the parents are with their phones, the children with the phones, so there's not a good communication, and it's something that affect the relationship between the families, a couple, and friendships and all of these things. So it has changed a lot. But a society or values and principles and all of these things have changed a lot too. And I think that's a reason why now relationships are changing. But fortunately, in my family, we spend like time together. Sometimes we have lunch or breakfast or dinner, and we talk and we spend like a really good time together. So because it's good to communicate with your families, and it's something that we really need to work on it, because it's the way that you can communicate to the other people how you're feeling, if you're having such a good day or bad day, and all of these things. But yeah, it, definitely the relationships have changed and than was before, for example.
Okay, thanks. Emilio, do you remember any story that your parents or your grandparents had told you about the way they met? How did they met?
The way of the relationship with them. Oh,
How did they meet? I'm sorry, how did they meet in the past? I mean, how they get into a relationship?
in Spanish, miss?
How your parents met and how they fell in love.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, well, my parents met on the university because my mother studying biology and my father studying how do you say ingeniería agronómica?
Ingeniería agronómica. Oh, well, I
Yes.
don't know. Let me check it here. Let me check. It's agronomic engineer.
Oh, okay. And my father is studying agronomic engineering. and they met on the class.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Now let's discuss the second one. Have the internet revolutionized the way we interact? If so, is this positive or negative, and why?
In my opinion, the internet has revolutionated the way that we interact, because then since the internet has revolutions, uh, for example, the cell phone, for example, has video cam and social media like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and the people can communicate it not only via call, as well video call too, and that is important because maintain closely the communication each other and
So
with the
you
rest of the
think
world.
so you think, Mister, that internet has a positive effect? The way internet has revolutionized, it has had a positive effect.
When a person uses the internet in the correct way, it's positive. But when someone uses the internet but negative way, is negative, because we cannot trust in in some profile, for example, that there are in the internet people that wants to extortion someone, wants to maintain or meet. For example, in the case of there are a lot of men that use false profile only for met girls, and then we know in the news that in some places of the world there are news that this girl is get lost and something like that.
Okay. Danny, do you think that is it a good way to meet people by using like a website? Is it a good idea to meet someone through the internet?
I think that people should be very careful because you know that sometimes, well, we don't know who's really behind the internet, right? So you can create a fake profile and post pictures from another person, and then you can start talking with that person, and you don't even know if it is a real one. But in other cases, yes, you can meet like interesting people on internet. You can, for example, if you want to improve your language, you're learning a new language and you need to someone to practice with. So I think that is a good idea to, like, meet people from websites.
Okay. Emilio, have you ever met someone through the internet? I mean, a person that you didn't know before, but you met that person through the internet, and then you got like a close relationship. It might be a
Yes,
friend or a girlfriend.
yes, and my girlfriend and me, we met for the internet in on Facebook, and we have a conversation in Messenger, and next we go into WhatsApp, and we go to the date for 4 months ago.
Okay, so after chatting to her, you went on a meeting with her,
Yeah,
on a
yes,
date.
after, sorry,
You went
date.
on a date.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes.
Okay, so nice. But we should be careful with that, as Danny said. Now, um, let's see. Hello, Rachel. When I am sharing the screen, I cannot see anyone. How are you? Are you working, Rachel? I'm working today. I'm only gonna. Okay. Anyway, forget what I said. Okay, guys. Now, what are we going to do right now? Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
The energy went off just for a while.
Okay.
And that's why I lost the connection. Because it's about to rain here. So that's why the energy went off. But it was just for a
Oh,
second, maybe. Okay, guys. So let's continue. Mr. Emilio, where is him? He's here. Okay. Um, right now, guys, we are going to match some descriptions with some types of relationships. You are going to read the descriptions and you are going to tell me what type of relationship is that, okay? Clear?
clear, miss.
Okay.
Can you explain one more time, Miss? Because was studying a little bit.
Okay. Right now, I will show you some definitions and you are going to match the definitions with the type of relationships. Okay? So wait. It's clear, Danny, now?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Let's start you, Danny, with the number 1. Start reading the number 1.
We are not class friends. We are just studying French at the same evening class.
So which type of relationship do you think it is? Or what type of friendship? From this one.
Classmate, workmate,
Workmate? Okay. Yes, it is. What about the number 2, Mr. Guerra?
I live with Sarah, but each of us has our own group of friends that we hang out with. Roommate?
It's a roommate. I live with Sarah, but yes. What about the number 3, Emilio? Emilio? Not here, Emilio. Danny, continue you.
with number 3, right?
Yep.
Olivia and I went on a trip to Peru together 10 years ago, and we've kept up with each other ever since. Girlfriend?
Girlfriend. I don't think so. Olivia and I went on a trip to Peru together 10 years ago, and we have kept up with each other ever since. It is this one, friend, travel, companion. This one. Mr. Guerra, number 4.
I wouldn't say we were friends really. We've met a couple of times at party. Uh, Date relationships? Hi, miss. Hello. The energy got off again. Hello. Hi. ¿Hay alguien con vida allí? Hello. Hi. Hello, miss. Classmate. Hi. Hello. Someone alive there? ¿Hay
Hello.
alguien con vida allí? Hello.
Yes. Hello, Mr. Walter.
Blanky, how are you?
Fine. How did you do?
Okay.
No, no está la Miss.
I I I don't know where she is.
Quizás hasta mañana, don Walter, porque son las 8 ya.
No, she has energetic problems
Ah, ok.
because it's raining in
Ay,
Usulután.
Hello,
hello, Miss.
I am
How are
back.
you?
La energía nuevamente, se fue la energía, entonces me quedé sin señal nuevamente.
No, aquí llovió fuerte, pero poco tiempo, pero fuertísimo.
Ajá, acá está lloviendo ahorita. It's raining right now here.
It's raining right now.
Yes, it is. So let's continue with the activity that we were doing. We are talking right now, Blanca, about relationships. Because it is
Okay.
a topic from the unit number 1. Can you hear me, guys? Yep. Because it's raining so hard here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. So we were in the number 4, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Can you read it again?
I wouldn't say we were friends really. We met a couple of times at a party. Friends only for date.
From this one. From this one. Which one do you think it is?
Date friends.
No. This one is acquaintance. Do you know what is an acquaintance?
Oh,
Spanish.
sí, arriba están.
Acquaintance is like conocidos.
Okay.
Look at the description. I wouldn't say we were friends really. We have met a couple of times at Paris, so they are not friends. Blanca, can you help me to read the number 5 and tell me what type of friendship is that?
Oh, I read, teacher.
The number 5, Blanca.
Okay, thank you. Oh, do you know Tom? He's a good friend of me too. We should meet up sometime.
Okay. So what type of friendship is that?
Oh, no.
He's a good friend of mine too. We should all meet up sometime. What kind of friendship is that?
Mutual friends.
Yes, that's a mutual friend. Yes, exactly.
Mutual friend?
Yes, that is. Emilio, are you here? Is Emilio here? No?
He's a good friend of un amigo.
Sunny, help me to read the number 6.
Sure, I'll meet sometimes. Siempre hangs around.
Sunny?
Which one?
But
The
he
number
never
6.
comes wrong when he's got something.
Jacob always hangs around when he's bored, but he never comes around when he's got something better to do.
Something better to do.
So what kind of friend is that?
Friend, travel companion. When he is bored, but he never
They're
comes.
never friends.
Friend,
What type of friend is that? No.
No.
Workmate.
Listen, Jacob always hangs around when he's bored. But
He never comes around when he got something better to do.
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance. What do you think, guys?
I think that is old.
An old friend? No, it is not acquaintance. It's this one. The one that I'm saying is this. Uh-huh.
Flatmate.
Flatmate. What do you think, guys? Do you agree with Mr. Guerra?
Oh.
Guys? It is a fellow student. This one. Number 7.
Sí.
Mr. Guerra.
Oh. Okay. Kate has always stood by me in times of difficulty. If ever I am troubled, I know I can rely on her for help.
What kind of friend is that?
Is fair weather friend?
That is absolutely fair weather friend. It's a friend that you know that you can count with him or with her. That is a friend, a fair weather friend. Blanca, help me with the number 8.
Okay. Colin and I have been teaching at the same school for years. We get on very, very well, even though we never really see each other socially. I think I've been round to his house once.
So what kind of friend is that?
Pero ahí esta salsa está abierta, ten cuidado. Mira, cuando voy a hacer
What kind of friend is that, guys?
True friend, teacher.
No. We have been teaching, it says. I have been teaching at the same school for years.
Old? No.
It's a workmate.
Oh,
A
workmate.
workmate friend, yeah. Number
Workmate.
9.
A workmate.
Danny.
Barney and I have known each other since we were at school. It doesn't matter if we haven't seen each other for a while. We just seem to pick up where we left off. A true friend.
True friend. Yeah, it's a true friend. What about number 10? Mr. Guerra.
Jessica and I are going to go for medieval style wedding. Teen weddings are becoming very fashionable. Girlfriend?
Jessica and I are going to go for a medieval style wedding. Theme weddings are becoming very fashionable. What kind of friend is that?
Friend travel.
Acquaintances.
What do you think?
Friend travel companion.
Danny, what do you think? Do you agree with Miss Blanca? Is that a friend travel companion?
El pan.
Mr. Guerra, do you agree with Blanca?
Friend, travel
Uh,
companion.
I seen these mutual friends.
Mutual friend. No, it is not mutual friend. It is a friend travel companion. Friend travel companion. Okay. Um, can you tell me, guys, what kind of friends do you have? According to the ones that we have seen, what kind of friends do you have? Can you tell me?
According with the article, I have
Yes, according to the
mutual.
description. I will read you again. I will read you the options. Acquaintance, that I said that in Spanish is like conocidos. Fair weather friend, a friend that is always with you. Fellow student, flatmate, girlfriend, mutual friend, old friend, friend travel companion, true friend, and workmate. What kind of friends do you have? And describe me your friends.
According with the article, I have three types of relationships: an acquaintance, girlfriend, and mutual friend.
Who are them? Can you describe them? Who is the mutual friend? Who is the girlfriend? And who is the acquaintance?
Okay, the acquaintance is my is a man who is about 6 years old. He works like a singer. He plays the guitar and sing some songs, and they gain money. His name is Mario. He is acquaintance to me. And girlfriend, for example, is my girlfriend. Her name is Doris, and she lives in Houston, Texas, United States. She's my girlfriend. And my mutual friend is Daniel. He is about 45 years old. I met her in high school. We maintain the relationship like a mutual friend.
Okay. Daniela, what about you? What kind of friends do you have? According to the description.
I will say that is true friends because sometimes we are not in like in touch a lot, but you know that if I have a problem and I can rely on them, I can tell them about whatever I want. And I know that they won't judge me about nothing. They can give me some advices. I can give them advices. And we're friends since a couple of years ago from kindergarten. So there's so much years of friendship. So we are closer.
Who is that person, Daniela? Can you describe her or him?
Well, actually, I have two. Like they're from the since kindergarten. So one of them, she's working now, and she's um working on a call center, and she's studying at the university too. She's studying for being a psychology. So and she also has her own she runs her business, so she's doing so many things, so sometimes she doesn't have like a lot of time for like, hang out or doing another stuffs or like chatting the whole day or, And my other friend, she's studying too. And she's a really, I like to spend time with her because she's a very funny person. So it's good when you are feeling down. So she always there for cheering me up. So both of them are great friends.
Okay, very good. Blanca, in your case, what kind of friends do you have? According
What?
to the description.
Mention me, Blanca.
Yes, Don Walter. My teacher, my mutual friend, I have a mutual friend.
Can you describe that person? And why do you consider him or her as your mutual friend?
Repeat, please.
Can you describe the person who you
Okay.
consider your mutual friend?
Okay, yes. I have my mutual friend her name is Sylvia. Is tall, is a good person, is very intelligent, is very amigable. Uh, she like friendly. He's very friendly. Uh, I like talk with she, but she have many temas for the conversation, topics for the conversation. He's a good person.
Okay, nice. Okay, guys. Now, let's discuss about weddings. What do you like most about weddings? What do you like about weddings, guys?
About what, Miss?
About weddings.
You can get free food.
What else do you like about it?
I like, how do you say sencilla in English? Boda sencilla.
You like a what?
Boda sencilla.
Sencilla. Like simple wedding.
Economic wedding, pues, vaya.
Simple, a simple wedding. You can say simple
Okay,
wedding.
a simple wedding with my friends, my family. Yeah.
When was the last time, Blanca, you went to a wedding party?
Wait.
Yes, when was the last time?
Last time, tiempo pasado. Bueno. Si, the question is si my boda sencilla.
¿Cuándo? ¿Cuándo fue the last time you went?
Que se casó, quizás.
No, que fue a una wedding, a un party.
A un party. Oh, wow. The last Saturday.
You went to a wedding party.
In park or party?
Wedding party, ajá. A una boda, pues.
A una boda. I don't know. No, I don't know. Wow, no, I don't know.
¿Cuándo fue la última vez?
Wow, la última boda. Ay, my.
Que usted fue a una wedding. When was it?
The last year,
The last year.
yes.
Okay. And can you describe how was it? How was the party?
Oh, it's very pretty. I dance this night.
Okay.
Oh, it's very nice.
Now,
Different food.
okay. So you ate different food, different type of food.
Yes,
Do you
very
remember what did you eat?
uh, chicken, chicken,
Chick.
rice, salad, refresh, um, cake.
Okay.
I am going,
Emily,
Miss, I am going to the boda in Las Vegas. I go Las Vegas in 18 November 18.
eso.
Yeah.
Todos los
Go,
United quiere
teacher,
pasar,
vamos,
Blanquita.
vamos,
Invítenos.
vámonos.
Lléveme, yo,
Yo soy poor, trabajo
Paleta.
sábado y domingo.
Vámonos.
Emilio, can you tell me, Emilio, what is like the perfect wedding for you? La
Um,
boda perfecta, the perfect wedding for you.
the perfect wedding for me are the wedding and you invite your family, your friends, and you go to a place around the forest on a good weather and the night you have a big party with all the people.
Okay, good. Mr. Guerra, what about you? What's the perfect wedding for you? Is it the same as Mr. Emilio or is it a different? Mr. Guerra,
Hi, Miss.
can you tell me,
Can you
Mr.
repeat?
Guerra, what's the perfect wedding for you?
Say it again, please.
What's the perfect wedding for you?
Oh,
You mentioned
I
about
consider the
simple wedding, right?
I I I consider that the perfect wedding it will be uh, a big wedding. For example, the the someone who is rich, we will have the perfect wedding with a lot of people, uh, a lot of music. Uh, for example, I I knew a wedding that was here in La Libertad about 3 years ago. An international group came here for to do music, play some music, and it was very fantastic. I couldn't go, but someone told me what was it. The person told me, oh, it was fantastic because a lot of very important people came to the wedding. Uh, the how do you say, vicepresidente de la República came to the wedding. Hmm.
The
And
vice president?
only very important people. Yeah.
Okay. Danny, can you tell me, Danny, who's the right person to get married with?
Can you say it one more time, please? Because it's cutting a little bit.
Okay, who's the right person to get married with? Who's the right person?
Probably someone that you know it's honest with you the whole time. You know that you can really trust in that person. You know that person is a faithful person. That if someone who who have a good job, because that's part of marriage. You know, the economic part is a important part too. So you know, economically independent person, a person who is a visionary, who projects his her life with you. That person that you know, if you get sick one day, that person won't go anywhere. If that person is going to be standing by your side when you need it the most.
Okay, good. Now, guys, I will show you a video, and it's in the platform. Wait a minute. I didn't share the sound. Let's pay attention to the video, and then you are going to recreate a similar one. Hold on, I'm sharing the sound. Okay. Can you see? Yep.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, let's watch the video, and then we are going to discuss a little bit about this, and then you are going to create a similar one.
Hi, honey. Look, I picked up the invitations from the printers.
Great. Let's see. Perfect. Oh, that's exactly the shade of white I wanted.
Great. I didn't know there could be different shades of white. But that's great. I'm happy if you're happy.
So, are you ready to go over our list?
Sure. It's been a while since we've looked at the wedding list.
So, that's invitations done. How about your tuxedo?
It's been taken care of. I went down the shop, had a fitting, and paid the deposit.
Great. What about the cake?
Also sorted. Fortunately, I had some time this morning to stop by the bakery and pay for the cake.
Well done, Luke. That's the invitations, tuxedo, and cake all taken care of. That just leaves the DJ and the caterer. Did you send the caterer the final version of the menu? It's essential that he gets it this week.
Yes, I did. Now, I had an idea about the DJ. I thought that my friend Dave could DJ for us.
Dave. He's so absent-minded. He'll probably forget to come to the wedding. Don't be silly. I want a professional DJ at my wedding.
Okay. Sorry, darling.
I really wish I didn't have to do everything for this wedding by myself.
Can you tell me, guys, what are they discussing about?
How their wedding plans.
Okay, about their wedding plans. What else do you remember?
It's an invitation for a dating.
They are discussing things about the tuxedo, the cake, and the DJ.
Okay, good. So now, let's do this activity. We are going to complete a table. If you already complete the unit 1, you will be familiarized with it. But if you haven't, let's do it, and then maybe you will have an idea on what you are going to do with this activity, and it will be easier for you. Okay. Can you tell me the things that were mentioned in the video and the things that were not mentioned in the video?
Mentioned are the invitations,
Okay.
the the music,
Music.
the music, yes,
Uh-huh.
menu,
The menu.
looks to zero,
Video.
looks, and this all, and the other not mentioned.
Okay. Do you agree, guys? Do you agree with this?
Yes.
I'm sorry, miss. I couldn't very clarified.
You couldn't listen to the video?
No.
Would you like that I play it one more time, guys? So you can be sure about this? Guys? Let me share the sound again. Don't leave me alone, guys. Sometimes I'm talking to you and you don't answer to me. I will play the video again one more time. And let's identify if it is right or not what Emilio said. Okay.
Hi, honey. I picked up the invitations from the printers.
Great. Let's see. Perfect. Oh, that's exactly the shade of white I wanted.
Great. I didn't know there could be different shades of white. But that's great. I'm happy if you're happy.
So, are you ready to go over our list?
Sure. It's been a while since we've looked at the wedding list.
So, that's invitations done. How about your tuxedo?
It's been taken care of. I went down the shop, had a fitting, and paid the deposit.
Great. What about the cake?
Also sorted. Fortunately, I had some time this morning to stop by the bakery and pay for the cake.
Well done, Luke. That's the invitations, tuxedo, and cake all taken care of. That just leaves the DJ and the caterer. Did you send the caterer the final version of the menu? It's essential that he gets it this week.
Yes, I did. Now, I had an idea about the DJ. I thought that my friend Dave could DJ for us.
Dave. He's so absent-minded. He'll probably forget to come to the wedding. Don't be silly. I want a professional DJ at my wedding.
Okay. Sorry, darling.
I really wish I didn't have to do everything for this wedding by myself.
Okay, so are these options that are here, are they correct or not?
But they mentioned it, the guest list.
The guest list?
Yeah.
Okay. No, they are just 4 here. So which one do I have to take off? According to you. Or what about the rest, guys? Remember, this is the time we have to speak. To practice speaking.
They mentioned it, Alice wearing dress.
Blanca, Emilio, and Danny, do you agree with Mr. Guerra? Guys? Hello?
I agree, Miss.
You agree? Did they mention Ellie's wedding?
They
No.
didn't.
I didn't.
So you don't agree. But let's check these ones. And you see, Mr. Guerra, they are all correct. They didn't mention about Ellie's wedding, and they didn't mention about the guest list. Now, I would like to send you to breakout rooms, guys. Listen, like the thunder. I don't know if you will have problems getting into the rooms. Would you like that we try? Because the thing is that I want you to plan like a wedding. You will be planning a wedding and you have to discuss. And since we are here in the main room, we cannot do it. I mean, individually, as a team. Do you think we can do that?
Yes, I can.
Or do you have problems getting into the rooms? ¿Tienen problemas al ingresar a las salas?
I remember that
I think Danny has problem getting into the rooms. Blanca, ¿tiene problemas usted al ingresar a las salas?
Yes, I am in other house, and I have problem with the internet.
With the internet?
Yes, I don't, no puedo estar in the class now.
Okay.
Necesito permiso, okay? I
So
see you tomorrow.
Okay, Blanca. Okay.
The house of my brother.
Oh, you are in your brother's house?
Yes. I see you tomorrow, Miss.
Okay, bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
So let's improvise, guys. Danny, Walter, Emilio, Gabriela, I don't know if you are available to participate. So text me, text a message in the chat and tell us if you are able to participate in the class or if you are not. Mándenos ahí un mensajito if you are available to participate or not. So we can include you in this activity.
Después que fueron los compañeros de luz entrenando.
No. Okay, so let's improvise, guys. Danny, Walter, and Emilio, imagine that you are planning a friend party, but a wedding party. Friends wedding party. So you are planning them because you are like the organizers. Let's imagine. Let our creativity fly. So improvise with a conversation. Let's do it. You can discuss about everything there. And I will give you, hold on. I will give you 4 minutes to speak about it. So you 3. Wait.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
You got 4 minutes to be discussing about your friend's wedding party. Remember, I don't know who's the friend. So you have to like pacify there. Wait, I'm sharing the screen. I'm about to. Ay, santo Dios, me voy a caer los rayos. I'm going to share my screen. Wait a minute. Okay. Ready, guys?
Yes, Miss.
Emilio, Danny, remember you are going to improvise right now.
Okay.
Okay, Danny, have your sound on so you cannot have problems with this. I mean, when you are like participating. Here we go. Start, mister, or whatever of you, start.
Hi, Emilio.
Hi, Mr. Guerra. What's up?
You know, I wanna tell you something. Blanca told me that our Miss are going to get married the next month.
Okay. Where you go to the party wedding?
No. I consider that we have to do something about planning or Miss or teacher wedding.
Oh.
Because I want that it will be a surprise for her.
Oh, good.
Well, I don't know if you me that I will get the music, the DJ, chairs, and the meat, and the bracelet, and I don't know what would you want to get for Miss Wedding.
Well, include Daniela. Daniela is in the conversation too.
Where is Daniela?
Daniela! Daniela, what do you think?
Well, I think that you guys are forgetting the flowers. I think that we need to do a research about which flowers are her favorite ones because it's her wedding, so she needs to feel really special, and we need to ask her which is her dream dress, wedding dress. So we need to prepare a lot of things. So we need to start now thinking about what we are going to do because the wedding is going to take place in 2 months, I guess. So we need to hurry up.
Okay.
Okay.
I mentioned that I'm going to get the food, the chairs, and the meat.
And Walter, about the music, I have a friend. Their name is Carlos, and they play music because he's a DJ on Zona Zero restaurant. Let me ask about he can play on the wedding. It's a good idea.
That sounds good, right? I agree. What do you think, Danny, if you get the flowers, the bracelet, and the, what do you say, the brood case? Esa cosa, el ramo que se tira. I don't know.
The bucket?
The bouquet, yeah, the bouquet. Because you are
yes, I can do it.
Okay. What about the priest and the sure? We are not talking about that. What do you think, that Emilio?
I think it's much important the meal and food, and I think we have buy roast beef because it have a very uh, it's very good for the invitates.
Okay. So no priest, no sure. But what do you think about the mayor?
Okay.
Bueno, es pura.
Ya me están planeando un party that I didn't know about it. Guys, I take notes to some mistakes. In the case of Emilio, you said, I have a friend. You said, I have a friend. And then you said, their name is. Because you were saying that you have a friend who is DJ, right? So in this case, it's his name is. His name is. Another mistake is that it's most important. Someone of you say it, it's most important. And it is not the correct way. The correct way is to say it's more important because you're talking about two things. And this other mistake is from Emilio. And you said, Emilio, for the invitates. So you were talking about the assistants, right? How do you say invitados in English, guys?
Guest,
Guests.
miss.
Guest. And Emilio said invitate. So let's take a look. So those mistakes, and let's try to correct them when we are speaking. So you can like improve your speech. Now, let's move on to another activity. You are going to read a dialogue right now, and you are going to provide an advice. After that, we are going to spin a wheel, and you have to say like a similar situation, and your classmates are going to give you an advice. Let me show you so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Before that, I forgot to tell you this. Before that, look at this. Think about three of your friends. But we say this one. No, it is not this one. This one, yeah. Does family shape you guys? Do you think that your family shapes you? I didn't show you this one because we already talked about the kinds of friends that you have. That's what I move on to the next one. Can you tell me about that? Does your family shape you? Guys? Hello?
But we have to read before our opinion, right?
Yes. ¿Será que, su familia los forma? ¿Será que la familia forma? Does your family shape you?
Oh, I consider that according the education, because the education start at home, and our parents do their best for give us values and uh, discipline and and some education, but the rest we learn at school.
Okay, Daniela, what do you think? Do you agree with Mr. Guerra? That not everything depends on your family. It also depends on the way how you are educated at school.
I think that both of them have to be about our behaviors or beliefs and all these things. So yes, in the school has an influence and about us, but yeah, the family does it too. So and also your friends can be like an influence in your life. So there are many factors about it.
Okay. Um, this is about love relationships. What I'm showing you these guys, because since we are talking about relationships, we previously were discussing about the type of friends, right? Then a family is also part of relationships. Now, another type of relationships is about love. That's what I'm showing you this. Okay, so you cannot be lost. Emilio, what do you look for in a partner?
Mm, in a partner, I look for a person who, uh, uh, how do you say, me apoya?
Support.
What?
Support, a person who can be supporting you.
Oh. Mm,
Support es apoyar.
oh, okay, okay. It's a person to support me because this person helped me with my uh, problems, with my uh, uh, success, my my daily routine, and this is for me important for a partner.
Okay. Mr. Guerra, can you tell me,
Right.
is it better to be in a relationship? The last one. Is it better to be in a relationship or to be single?
Well, according that God mandated, uh, it will be good. It will be a mandated being in a relationship because it's is is a mandated for the heaven, and I consider that uh that is very is important know the partner before get in a relationship.
Okay, so you think that it's better to be in a
Yeah, it's
relationship?
yes, I agree.
Okay. Um, let's look at this about toxic relationships.
Hi everyone. Before we begin this video today, we just want to say thank you for helping.
When do you think a relationship isn't healthy, Danny?
When the person is too jealous, that person jealous you at your friends. Even I heard about people who's jealous about family, relatives. So I think that's not healthy at all.
Okay. Emilio, what are some warning signs so we can
Um,
identify a toxic relationship?
identifying toxic relationship for on a person with they control me in my social networks, in my uh, cell phone conversation, and this person is want me for all moment all the time, and this is for me a thing about a toxic relationships.
Okay, that's a sign. And guys, do you think that is it a good idea to check your couple cell phone? Is it a good idea for you? Or do you think it is not necessary? What do you think?
I think it's not necessary because in think this other person you love him, you this person is uh, no one to see a other couple.
Okay. Daniela, what do you think? Is it a good idea or not?
If the person really needs like to make a call to because their phone
I
is
mean, to check
good,
it. To check it.
to
I mean,
checking it. No,
uh-huh.
it's not healthy at all. No.
Why not?
Because you need to trust on your couple, and if you are doing that things, it's because you are not confident at that person, and it means that you need to, it's better for you to break up that relationship.
Okay. Mr. Guerra, what kind of behavior do you think shows a relationship is healthy?
What
That's
kind of
so,
behavior?
yeah, the last one. What kind of behavior do you think shows a relationship is healthy? It's the opposite
Uh,
of a toxic relationship. So what are like the the behaviors?
oh, okay. For example, a man who treat like a princess, a woman, uh, a man that spend time for the relationship, uh, they getting out with the woman, um, respect not only the relationship but respect her and spend it himself. Um, for example, share the same ideas because I consider that for a perfect relationship it would be 50, 50 and 50%,
Okay.
as the way that supports each other, it will be okay the relationship. But the keep the truth in the keep the trust in the relationship is very important.
Trust in your couple, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't going to show you the video because then we are going to watch another one. So I want we this one. Okay. This is the one that I was talking about before to start talking about family and toxic relationships. We are going to read this right now, and then you are going to provide an advice. And after that, we are going to spin a wheel and you are going to express a similar situation as this one. And then we are going to try to give you advices too. Okay, is there any one of you who wants to help me with the reading?
Me, miss.
Okay, help me with the reading.
Okay. Boyfriend of 6 years. M25. Hates my F23 family and I don't like his. Let me start by saying that your parents are very different. His are very comfortable openly smoking weed in and around the house with their kids both in their late 20s, which is pretty cool. However, his mom is depressed and unemployed, and his father is a retired self-entitled herc who makes the mom cry regularly. His house is kinder grass with mud bugs all over. My family isn't against weed. They just don't want me to smoke in the house. Backyard is fine. They're both working class people and have a successful marriage. They are headstrong and speak their minds. My mom and dad both work very hard to maintain their lives. He's had just invited himself to our vacation, and my best
Best
friend
friend.
best friend expect me to accept him despite the fact that he's a sexy herc, and my best friend can't even come into my house when picking me up because he say he can be myself there. I don't know what to do. I feel I am always the one stepping up to spend time with my best friend despite him living with a toxic family when he can be bothered to reciprocate.
Okay, guys. Any suggestion? Boyfriend of 6 years hates my family and I don't like his. I think this is something very common that couples do not accept family because some of the situations or some of the ways they think. Remember that all of us think differently. And when we get into a new family with new customs and with a new culture, um, we like get into a not good relationship with them, right? So, any advice for this situation? Guys? Any advice?
If I could, uh, if I could give her or give him some advice, it would be that it's better, it's better life separate with the family.
So you consider, Mr. Guerra, that it is not necessary to have a good relationship with your couple family?
No, I don't. I don't mean that way, but I consider that if a couple lives apart from the families, it's better.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
agree with that. It's better to stay away from your couple family. But when you are living together, right? Danny, any advice for this? Danny? Emilio?
I think it's a difficult decision because in one way your family is people who you shaped you and you give they got education or and other things and the other way your boyfriend it's a person who you love his yeah is this is the correct say miss or not
You love his, that's what you said, right?
you love his yes um it's a difficult decision and but in my case I select my family.
And what about if your girlfriend do not get along with yours? No se lleva with your family. He doesn't get along with your family.
uh
What would you do? Move away from her?
I don't know, miss.
You don't know. Danny? Is Danny here? Because I cannot see anyone. Is Danny here, guys? Or she's not there?
I'm here, Miss, but this I cannot read it because the screen is like smaller, and then I try to wide the screen, but I cannot see it.
Okay. What would you do, Danny? Imagine that you have a boyfriend. Imagine. And your boyfriend doesn't get along with your family. He hates, I'm sorry, he hates your family and you hate his family. What would you do?
Probably I broke up with that person because I think that it's a relationship that's not gonna work for the two of us. So it's better to break up.
Okay. Now, let's create a situation and your classmates are going to give you an advice. Situation similar to this one. Okay? You have to say like a description and then your classmates are going to give you an advice.
Okay.
Who wants to be the first one?
Me.
Okay. Your best friends. Create a situation, whatever situation you want. Like a
It would
problem.
be a toxic relationship.
Yes, but it's about best friends, remember.
Okay. I'm going to talk about Robert. Robert is my cousin. He's 4 years old and he lives in Canada. 2 years ago, he had a girlfriend. This girl, her name was Ruperta, something like that. He was from Syria. He was very happy to have a relationship with her, but when con el correr del tiempo, he knew better there was occasion that before he had to work, he asked her for lunch, but what was it?
Mhm.
Continue.
Yes.
Okay.
But remember, mister, you have to create or you have to express like a problematic situation, and we are going to give you an advice similar as the one that we read. Do you remember?
Okay.
You have to express a problematic situation, and we have to give you an advice.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to
About
be a
your
part.
best friend, whatever problematic situation.
Okay. I know a friend that had a girlfriend for another country. He is Salvadorian, and the girl was from Korea. They both live in Canada. When he had to work, he asked her for lunch, and the girl said, sorry, I couldn't cook. I cannot cook. Always this friend was complaining with her mother because that girl couldn't cook and never gave him lunch.
Okay, so Danny Emilio, what will you do in that situation? Can you give him an advice?
It's about the girl, like she didn't cook. She didn't have the custom to get up early and do and cook for her man and put lunch, something like that.
Danny, how would you advise him? He's expressing that he has a friend, like this is the hypothetical situation. He has a friend and he knows that his girlfriend do not cook his lunch. That's what you said, right, mister?
Yeah.
So that's the situation. So what would you advise? But are they, mister, are they a couple or are they just friends?
No, they was a couple. They were a couple.
They are a couple.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys, if you got Mr. Guerra's situation.
I think the friend of Mr. Guerra, uh, he must to break up the relationship with a couple because the the girl is not cooking, right?
She doesn't
Yes.
cook. Just because of that. But men can cook too. Danny, what do you think? What will you advise? Danny? Okay, so we're gonna listen, Danny. So Emilio's advice is to break up with the couple, with the girl in this case. Emilio, this is yours. You have to create a problematic situation. The importance of friendship.
Okay.
Create a situation about friendship so we can give you an advice.
Okay. Mm, well, in the science class, I don't my homework, and I how do you say pedí?
How do you say what?
Pedí, de pedir.
Ask for.
Oh, okay. And as for the homework for my friend Carlos, and Carlos don't give me because he said I have to learning for the for my uh, for my way. And what is the advice to give me, Mr. Guerra? I break up the friendship with Carlos or not?
No, no. I consider that you have to do your best and try to to do the homework by yourself.
So you think that a true friend do not have to give you a copy about anything, even if you have a homework? Mr. Guerra? So that's what you think?
Yes, I consider that if Carlos is a true friend to Emilio, uh, Emilio has to accept the the advice from his friend.
Okay.
Okay.
But because he told him, no, do by yourself, right?
It's Danny here. Yeah. No?
No. Oh,
Oh, yes.
yeah, see here.
Okay, maybe she's having problems with the connection. Okay, guys, let's do the last activity. We are almost on the time. And what are we going to do right now? You are going to listen and then you are going to answer some questions, okay?
Okay.
So the listening is about 4 minutes, and then we are going to do the task like fast, because we are on the time.
Okay.
Hold on, let me show here. Remember that most of the sessions here are just speaking, so you can improve it. So that's why we sometimes just speak, and you feel that we are like speaking a lot, and it's because of that. Now, let's listen, guys, and then we are going to complete task number 1. Let's listen.
Hello and welcome to
Can you hear?
this Learn English Professional
Can you hear? Yes?
audio scripts.
Yes.
This is our Learn English website.
Okay.
Work skills, relationship building.
So, as we have seen then, relationship building is not the same as team building. When we talk about relationship building, we're talking about a competency in which we cultivate relationships both inside and outside the workplace with individuals and groups. I'm going to sum up by suggesting practical ideas of how you can all develop your relationship building competency. Tips that you can easily incorporate into your day-to-day lives in such a way that they will eventually become a habit. I'm going to talk about informal relationships, but as we discussed earlier, the ideas can be transferred to a more formal environment. First, I'll talk about initiating new relationships, and then I'll mention a few ways that you can practice developing existing relationships. Let's start off with the obvious. Common sense is always a good starting point. The first thing we should all do is to practice simple courtesies. This might seem like common sense to some people, but in actual fact, you'd be surprised at how many people do neglect these things. Set yourself a goal to say good morning to 3 people you normally wouldn't. We should also try to get to know colleagues outside the office. Ask people what their interests are. If you share an interest in tennis, say, suggest a game. Plan an occasional social event with coworkers. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. A coffee together, or a picnic lunch, for example. Another thing you can do is to actually target somebody in your office, somebody you would like to know better. Make it your goal to talk to them. Small talk is fine. Listen to what they say and take notice of the information you learn about their interests. Make sure you keep yourself up to date on what's happening in the world, too. You won't be very good at small talk if you don't know about current affairs.
That's true, yeah.
So, let's imagine that we've done these things and that we've started a few new relationships. What can we do to develop them further? How can we nurture the relationships so they don't just fizzle out or stay on a plane? Well, for a start, we should focus on a person's good qualities and not on their deficiencies. Nobody's perfect after all. We should also practice effective listening. We are all good at speaking, but how many of us really listen? And people want to be listened to. They appreciate it and they respond. Try it. If we're in a conflicted situation with somebody, we should focus on the issue and not on the person. So we can hammer out a point of disagreement, but then shake hands and go for a coffee. Usually, it is an issue that is the problem and not a person. Choose somebody who you consider to be an acquaintance and make a point of learning something new about his or her interests. Think of some questions that you can ask them for when you next meet. Finally, when you're talking to people with whom you have a relationship of some kind, get into the habit of asking open-ended questions. That way, they'll be able to give their points of view. Sometimes people just need to have the chance to say what they think, and very often it doesn't happen. You could probably think.
Okay. Did you hear? Yes?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Now tell me if the sentences here are true or false according to the listening.
Building is the same thing authority false.
False. One practical idea is to say good morning to 3 strangers.
True.
True or false? True.
This is true.
It's a good idea to identify someone you want to build a relationship with.
True.
True.
Is it important to understand what's happening in the world so that you can discuss events with colleagues?
True.
True.
When there is conflict, you should focus on person and not on the issues.
True.
True. And asking people open-ended questions can help to improve communication.
False.
False.
Okay, so let's see. What did I do? Oh. And we have here false, true. This was not true. It is false. True, true. And this one here is false and true. So we should focus not on the person. We have to focus on the issue. Now, we are on the time, guys. Oh gosh, it's just you, Mr. Emilio, and Mr. Guerra and me. Okay, we are on the time now, and it's important to remind you that Danny has already completed 1 unit. Mr. Moreno has already completed 2 units. So, Mr. Guerra, you should start to work on the platform. So at the end,
Miss,
you cannot be like, hurry up. Monday?
I haven't received the credentials. I checked my mail this morning. I couldn't see.
Ya chequeó en
I
spam.
don't receive the.
Chequee en spam, en su correo. Chequee, hay una partecita que dice spam.
Oh, okay.
A veces ahí se van los mensajes. Spam, dice. Chequee, y si no lo encuentra, chequee después de la clase, y si no lo encuentra, me avisa.
Okay.
Okay. So, it was a pleasure to be here with you guys. Thanks for joining today's class, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Remember, be ready to speak in the class.
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
Good night.
Good night,
And see you
Miss.
tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Good night, Miss.